Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital, Yom the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be Cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Yeah. You not hear me? Yeah, no. Microphone's been well, I say the microphone. I can't get it working on Facebook calls at all. Everything else it seems to work on, but so I was dicking around with settings today to make sure it was actually working. Facebook calls it won't work on. Nobody can hear, like when I rang my sister up at when I rang my dad up, they couldn't hear me. But everything else it seems to work. So I've been dicking around with settings. No, I've got all that set up. Irritating. What's the story with you anyway? Amazon will get it sorted fairly quick anyway. Dark Souls, you decide you hated yourself today. Yeah. Take a look at that Remnant game next time it's on sale. It's basically a cross between Dark Souls and like a Destiny style game, like a looter shooter, but multiplayer. I did, but it's one that looks like it'd be a lot more fun with other people rather than trying to sort. I tried it, but I don't like it. Yeah, I know what you mean with that. And the thing is, like, I didn't try it for very long, but I did notice that it's whenever you die, it's generally your own fault. You know, you'll get pissed off, but it's not bullshit like that it's pulled out of its ass. You've died because you being too aggressive, or you know, you've been too slow to react. Everybody's addicted to Destiny now. Vex yourself, he says as I'm logging into Destiny. Saw a guy the other day called Registered Vex Offender, which I think is one of the best names I've seen in any online game ever. Might just be one of those that's slow to close all its processes down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The orcs can be little bitches in that game. If you let them get momentum at the start, if somebody doesn't put them down early, they're bastards. Usually the orcs, if I'm playing anything that borders them, the orcs or the vampires are the first ones I go after. Mm. If you're if you're sort of interested in learning what works and what doesn't, there's a guy called Legend of Total War who does some very good um, videos on it without. Yeah, yeah. He does some very good videos on. He doesn't sort of tell you how to play, he more sort of explains how things work, and then you can figure it out for yourself. Because one of the brilliant parts about the Total War game is all the old-fashioned sort of medieval military tactics actually work in it, like Roman formations and stuff like that. Um, and early on, it's very much about being able to manage the battles yourself.
We'll fight
Because
the revolt
I
and sack the
find,
city next turn.
I mean, this
and
might
then
just be me, I play, but
we go.
I have the most success being aggressive early.
Level them up. I'm not going to worry too much about developing up this province. I think it's going to be our borderlands punching bag. Right, so over here, we're going to need public order.
But
I just built that.
even that, you have to be careful not to overextend yourself as well.
France is done.
So it's
we're going to need. I'm going to need a scout.
They'll get on. Yeah, you'll get a bit of unrest and stuff like that, but the worst part about it is you will then have to defend them, because if you take over too much and your armies aren't big enough and you're essentially land fat, you'll be seen as an easy target, and people will go after, other factions will go after you. And if you're defending a large amount with only one or two armies, you're never going to be able to hold it.
And try to push our way towards. Yeah, here and revive.
What race are you playing as?
See how we go.
Dwarves, yeah, dwarves are the ones to learn it with. The thing with the dwarves is they're very easy to manage in the fights as well, because they don't have cavalry, which takes away a lot of the micromanagement. They have very strong range, and they have fantastic infantry that just don't break. Dwarves are a good starting one. I found vampires very easy to play as well, because
so yeah, Wisdom land, I'll protect them.
yes, there is. That's the thing with it, and why they haven't brought out a fucking complete edition yet, I have no idea. Because if you haven't been, if you weren't keeping up with it from the start, it's ridiculously expensive.
Go back and forth for a bit.
And the best way to play that game is with like Total Warhammer 1 and 2 and as much of the DLC as you can get your hands on, because then you play the Mortal Empire campaign and that. And yeah, and yet they haven't done here's everything.
Because if we can upgrade that,
I hope they do, because it's so much more fun the more stuff you've got. And it's a great co-op game as well for two people to play too.
I am Tyrion, heir of an area.
Yeah, the thing with the Mortal Empire is you'll rarely finish a campaign of it, because you'll get to the point where you've basically won and you're just painting the map. Although you have to do that 2 or 3 times, because literally you can divide the map up into 2 or 3 sections. It's like Stellaris in that way. It's very rare you'll finish a game of Stellaris. I think I've only finished completely 2 or 3 times. So once you're at the point where you can beat up the fallen empires or stuff like that, it's just a case of then you're painting the map again. And at that point, there's nothing going to stop you. It's just, it takes time because of the mechanics of the game. And it's just like, well, I know I've won. I know it's just a matter of spending the time to paint the map. So
have the
I'll get them
facilities
done.
to begin technological research.
Fellow Azure, rally to my banner.
Elves are good. Bit expensive, but they're good. Yeah. They have some of the best units as well, like the Lother and Seaguard are amazing. Tried the Lizardmen once. They have some fun mechanics, but Jesus Christ, they're hard work to deal with. The thing with the Lizardmen is they have a chance to go berserk, and they'll just stop. They'll just do what they want, not what you tell them to, for a while. And I like to sort of I love playing the battles in that game, and actually, you can pull off some ridiculous wins that you should have no chance of. You can't do it with them because they just take a few hits and then go crazy. It's like, oh, thanks.
Ready to serve.
I actually played through a Mortal Empires campaign with Core way back. We were playing it for a while, just now and again, and we got really late into it. Like the Chaos Invasion was happening, and we actually took about fucking 10 armies each up north and fought that off. The last battle of it, we had I think 3 stacks each, and then the Chaos Army had 5 or 6 or more stacks. It was just a huge scrap that took about 2.5 hours to win. It is. It's
the Asser of Althwen, a guardian.
If you enjoy the actual battles, it's amazing. If you don't enjoy the actual battles, then and you're auto resolving them, it's just a very shallow version of Heroes of Might and Magic. I do love the concepts of the Dwarves' Book of Grudges, though.
Assistance is
Where
available should you need
your dude's riding around on a throne.
Rely upon it.
Your dude's riding around on a throne with a book of everyone that's ever pissed him off.
By Assurian.
I've just been entered.
And your warriors are prepared for battle, mighty lord. Study your options, nevertheless. Encircling the enemy.
And the fact they get pissed off if they don't have anybody to be pissed off with, I find hilarious. They just have to have something to complain about, basically. Like if you actually look at the military units, they all have different traits, and one of the traits the dwarves has got is called Old Grumblers, which a lot of their infantry has. And basically, if you've got a unit of Old Grumblers next to another unit of Old Grumblers, then they raise each other's morale by complaining to each other about everything. So they're less likely to break in a fight. It's fucking hilarious. And the orcs are hilarious as well.
Assure, warrior. The Reaper.
Archers!
It shall be done. Acknowledged. Without fail.
It shall be done.
But yeah, don't play Total War Peacecraft.
Eagle Claw.
Always be fighting with somebody.
Servant of light.
It's good to do a bit of it, especially with the other factions that are the same race as you, because you can eventually absorb them, which does have its own problems, but also gets you a nice big boost of territory in armies. But yeah, like, I do it just so I can make sure I'm in charge of who I'm at war with. I like to be at war with 1 or 2 people at once and no more.
Striking forth.
Yep.
Archers. To the fray.
The greater good.
Loyal! It will be done.
Kill them.
To glory.
Asa attack! At once! Understood! It shall be
The
done!
enemy attack your flank, Commander. Drive them off.
Orders received. Attack.
Good, you've already figured out one of the most important things. Oh, no, don't fucking use your archers on stuff that you've got infantry engaged with, unless they're behind them. That drove me nuts when I was playing with Corey, just
Archers!
fire into the fucking scrum and he'd be killing as many of fucking my troops as he would the enemies. Yeah, exactly. So if you, like, you see you've got those archers firing into the side there, if you were to move them forward a bit, so that the angle they had was into the back of those spearmen, they'd do a lot more damage to them, because at the moment you'll gain a bit of collateral damage on your own people there.
For duty!
Yes. Yeah, because you'll get more XP for your units that way. And when you wipe out an entire stack, it's gone. If there's even one person left, they can just heal it up and come back at you. Oh yeah. It's fucking fantastic, especially when you start getting upgrades for your commanders and you start recruiting the specialist units.
Cain, forgive me.
Yep. Always fuck up as much as you can at the end of a fight.
Anarian.
And if they get away, you can attack them again anyway. If you've got enough movement to engage them again, it's worth doing that as well. It depends on what my situation is. So with that there, I would execute, because the only point to sort of taking prisoners is to heal up your own armies. With some factions, yeah. With others, it just gets you currency. But in a situation where I've won so decisively like that, I would just occupy, and yeah, I would have just executed anything that was left at the end there.
Take what is rightfully ours.
Yeah, it's not
Take
worth.
what you can.
If you want money, you're better off sacking it and then waiting a turn and settling it, rather than loot and occupy.
This place is ours.
The sacking it'll burn it to the ground, but then you can rebuild it. But it starts off at like the lowest level if you sack
To
it.
hold our cities while they pick them clean.
But you
of
can literally
arcane
just settle it the
relics
next
and
turn.
skills. The
And it
puppets
uses
of
up
the
some
Witch
of
King
your
must
health
be
of your
driven
army,
out,
but you
and
just
the
wait there
treasures
and
they
they
have
recover.
taken reclaimed before they are put
I
to
tend to just
evil use.
occupy or sack stuff. Sometimes I'll raise it
Shield
if I've
against
no
the
interest in
darkness.
taking it at all.
Those that serve your cause gain experience over time, my lord. Be sure to guide their development to your advantage. You have gained experience and may now develop your skills accordingly. See for yourself.
Awaiting orders. The Reaper.
Your army has marched all it can, my lord. They must.
Ancestors be praised.
You count amongst your Aesir kin some of the finest minds in all creation. Put them to work on improving your methods of warfare, my lord. For this task they will need even grander edifices. The wars to come will be fought using guile as well as brawn. Consider expanding your facilities to permit the recruitment of heroes, my lord. Heroes can be hired to support your forces, or to strike against the enemy.
Defender of Ultron.
Light will drive back.
Your kind thrive on the machinations of statecraft, noble lord. Influence won amongst your peers in the halls of Assa is a currency like no other, and can be spent on favors both at home and abroad. Be wary, my lord, for the dark elves have been sighted. These pitiless killers are as dangerous on the battlefield as they are treacherous round the table. I advise great caution.
The gods are with us. Tyrion, heir of Anarion. Garrisoning. Shield of Alaria.
Global recruitment is available to boost your armies far from home, my lord. Yet such flexibility comes at a price. Build your forces close to home where possible. The population of your province grows, my lord. Over time, this growth will permit the expansion of your cities into mighty fortresses of war. See that it continues, so that you may further develop your realm.
The annals of the White Tower tell of how key waystones were shattered and then scattered across the land during the Sundering, when the Vortex was first attacked by the Witch King. We must seek these way fragments if Lawmaster Talarian is to remedy the Vortex.
At your service. Ulf One.
You need not fight your enemies alone, my lord, for there are foreign powers sympathetic to your cause. Agreeing a pact of non-aggression with a foreign leader will do much to build trust between you. Trade relations or a military alliance may follow. Facilities are now in place to recruit a hero, my lord. Such operatives may move behind enemy lines and strike independently of your armies. Relations with foreign powers may be managed through diplomacy, my lord. Consider your situation carefully before accepting any agreement.
State your case quickly, for countless Asur lives depend upon me. For the fallen!
Servant of the king. Beginning my journey. Alario!
My lord, a rival power desires a change in your mutual relations.
Have you found your most hated faction yet? The one that always seems to piss you off, you will do. In the first one, it was always the vampires, and in the second one, it's the fucking Skaven.
King. Use your influence to sway events to your
Skaven are
advantage,
really
my lord.
fucking irritating. So their cities are underground. So on the map, if you don't know they're there, you see it as ruins. So you think, oh, I can just go, settle this or loot it. And then you go in there and there's a big fucking Skaven army waiting for you. And then they start fucking pouring out. And the Skavens never go in like small units, so there's certain types of units that are really good at dealing with them. But others are just
Cannot
terrible.
ask this of me.
And they'll just fucking swarm you.
That is a hero serving a foreign power, my lord. Consider recruiting such an operative into your service. One being with the right skills can solve problems that no amount of coin or labor would otherwise be able to crack.
Rat-faced bastards.
I hear the Widowmaker.
What do you require?
A hero has enrolled in your service, my lord. Be sure to put them to work. Their unique skills may solve problems that no amount of money or effort would otherwise be able to crack.
Standing by. Short-sighted. You have my attention. I am a fount of knowledge. Protect the Everqueen. To victory! Retreat!
Back to you in a sec. Just going to put some a little bit of snack on you.
Archers! For duty! Archers! Understood!
Shield of the Everqueen!
Archers! As you say! It will be done! Archers! Without fail!
Heir of Anarian!
Archers!
Tireless!
Your
Striking
flying units afford you great flexibility, Commander. Scout and harass the enemy as they maneuver.
Heir of Anarian!
Ancestors, weapons ready! Acknowledged. Sinner!
Sinner!
For duty! Make Oath One proud!
Eager for battle! Destroy them! By Assyrian!
Archers! Ancestors!
Heir of Anarian!
Apace! Move! For Assyrian!
Orders received. Sinner! Without fail. To the fray!
For Assyrian! Archers! Sinner!
As you say. Seal!
We will obey! For Oath One! Draw back!
Asa! Withdraw! Pull back!
I'm back.
Heir of Anarian, seal! Archers, without fail!
Spearmen, as you say.
Gonna do a couple of the Destiny raids this week. Yeah, gonna go with them, and then we'll probably make our own 6-man group. But go with them to sort of learn them.
Fall back! Orders received! For duty!
It will be done.
Yeah, but there's nothing like actually seeing it.
Archers! Acknowledged!
Yeah, that clan's great. The only thing is you have to sort of drop a little message in the Discord and log on about every 10 days or so
Without fail!
and do a bit
Will be
in the
done.
game. Because they get so many people applying, they start kicking people.
Draw back!
Archers! To battle!
Asa, attack!
Understood! Loyal! Orders received! We will obey! Heir of Anarian!
Asa, withdraw!
With me! Going forth! Archers! Asa, withdraw!
Pull back!
Assure, warrior!
Draw back!
Moving out! Archers!
Occupy this place.
We have secured a number of way fragments in preparation for Lawmaster Talarian's ritual, yet more are required. We must act in all haste. It is clear that Malekith's minions are gathering scrolls of law for their own fell rights. Time is of the essence.
Your forces have secured the province, my lord. Any contesting claim to this territory has been eliminated. Now that your rule is unquestioned, you may consider issuing a commandment to rouse the populace so that they may better serve your ends. The enemy retreats, my prince. How like the curs to flee from the glittering hosts of the High Elves. Inarian's blood runs through your veins. Finish them. Invocations of great potency may be performed by your most potent wielders of magic, mighty lord. Summon them together, and they may perform rites to grant you considerable powers, albeit at a price.
Protector of the Everqueen.
Oh yeah, the other big thing with the Total War stuff as well is do your quest battles as soon as you're, or at least try and do them as soon as you can. The rewards from them are awesome. Make a hell of a difference in the campaign.
Noble son of Ulthuan.
Protector of the Everqueen.